Hey everyone, so today I'm doing a real-time makeup tutorial on this look, and the reason why I'm sitting like this is because I have not done this side. That's what we're going to do in this video today. We're going to make this side as pretty as this one, so keep on watching to see how I do this. And get your makeup brushes ready and test it out for yourself. So firstly, I'm going to do my eyebrows, and I'm using the CYO Brow Pencil, and it's just in like a dark brown shade. What I like to do with my eyebrows is just outline the bottom first and then go all around the eyebrow and start filling in. I don't need to do too much to my eyebrows because they're already pretty dark anyway. I just like to fill in the baldy spots, as you do. And then at the front, I like to just run my pencil up and then brush it out, just so it's not as harsh. And anything that's kind of came out at the bottom, which you can see, you can either rub away, or we're going to be going around with the Plouise Base, so you don't need to fix that too much. Then, taking the Plouise Base in the shade 2, I'm going to just carve out my eyebrows and clean them up a wee bit because I have not waxed these in ages, so don't judge. So yeah, taking the CYO Soft Concealer brush in 114 and just getting that Plouise base to then start carving out the brows. So you just outline all around your eyebrows, and I find if you just kind of go down from it and then start working up instead of trying to go too close and then covering your full eyebrow, I've done it before, trust me. Start just a slight bit lower and it'll work out better. And then whenever you have outlined your brows, you can take that Plouise base down all over the lid and continue to, shape it out. The Plouise base gives it a nice kind of, matte finish, all clean all over to start putting on your shades, and it'll just pick up those shades a lot more vibrant. So just patting that all over the lid until it is nice and matte, and then I'm going to take a CYO 228 brush. It's just like a little buffer brush, and gently blend out the edges. And you can pat over it with the blending brush too. And it gives it a nice clean base to start your work on. Now I'm going to take the Stacey Marie Carnival Palette. It is the extra large Pro palette. I'm going into Reckless. It is a dark purple shade, and also in Lust, and a little tiny bit of Pep Talk. Oh, you can't even see how bright that is. Yep. Don't worry, I will run through those colours again. So I'm taking a little bullet brush and going into Reckless. And also, if your Plouise base starts to crease a little, all you have to do is go over and pat over it again. That just blends it out and makes it nice again. So taking that little bullet brush, and I'm just going straight into the corner. Of my eye, just to give me a rough estimate of where I'm going with this. Then I'm going straight into the middle of the crease, and I'm going to start building that colour up. So I'm just patting right in the middle, not even moving it down or anything like that. Just patting that into the middle until I get that dark purple shade that I want. And then I can start taking it down the sides. Every time you dip into the palette, we're going to start in the middle again and then bring it down. So I've dipped into the palette there, going into the middle and bringing it down to connect to the colour I already added on there. In the middle again and bring it down. So whenever you have that very dark and beautiful purple, we're going to start blending it up. So with blending, I'm barely touching my skin, and it's really light clockwise and anti-clockwise. And I'm just going right round the lid, doing those small motions. And also, just when I'm blending this, if there is any questions or any looks you want me to do, then just let me know in the comments. I do appreciate any feedback or any suggestions in which you would like to see, because these videos are for you to learn. So I would just like to know what kind of looks you would like to learn, so then I can do them, or I can test them out myself, see if I need to learn some. And yeah. Then whenever you have blended that out, we're going to go in to a CYO Soft Definer 227 brush and go in with Lust. So again, starting in the middle and just patting that on where you've just blended up. So we're not going too high up to the brow with it. We're just patting over where that purple shade, Reckless, has kind of blended out. And we're just covering it with Lust. And again, we'll always start in the middle and then start to bring it down. So every time we go into the palette, we're starting on the middle and bringing it down again until we get that deep colour that we're looking. And it might look a bit dark now, but trust me, whenever we start to do all the glitter and stuff, then it doesn't look as dark. So keep on going even if you do think it is too dark, because as soon as you start putting on glitters, your lashes and foundation, then it goes lighter. And that's normally where people stop and then they don't realise. So yeah, I'm going to start blending this up just gently again. But yeah, people start to blend or, you know, stop packing on because they think it's too dark. Then as soon as they put on their foundation, they realise that it's too light and there's just no fixing it again. So keep on packing, keep on getting that colour on there, and trust me, it will work out in the end and you'll thank me later for it. So I'm just doing the same little motions whenever I'm blending this as I done with the purple. So I'm just taking wee tiny strokes, barely touching the skin, and just lightly bringing it up just to blend out. Then I'm going to go in with another blending brush. I think this is a Daily. Yeah, it is a Daily blending brush, and the tiniest touch of Pep Talk, and just gently putting that over where we've just done the Lust. I feel like this, you know, colour just really brings out the Lust as well. Just makes it a little bit more pink. And I like pink. And then you can gently blend over that too. Now, as most people know, if you have watched any of my other videos, I always like to go into a second layer of all the colours. So I'll go into Lust again and just pat that over and blend, and then do the same with the purple as well. It just makes it blend a lot better, and also any colours you lost, it picks them up again, and you barely even need any more product to do that. For the second layer, it's not as much as the first layers, but it just makes that whole lot of a difference doing the second layer than whenever you just do one layer. So I am going back in with the Reckless. As I said, you barely need as much as you did in the first layer. It's just to bring back that colour and shape into the eyes. And with every layer, you always do the packing on and then blending up with your little motions. Just going back in with Inlust again, just to blend out that purple, because that purple is very, very dark. But it's really nice whenever you have the glitter on. And because I went in with that, I'm going to go back in with Pep Talk, slightest wee bit. Lovely. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a wee bit of the Plouise Black base, so it's the Badda Black base, tiny wee bit, and put it in my waterline. And just while doing that also, I'm going to take my lashes and put a little bit of glue on them. So I'm using the CYO MUA lashes and a little bit of Geo glue. So in my lashes, just like to put on a wee tiny bit of glue and then put them at the side while I do the rest of the eye. So for underneath, I'm going to take a little bit of that Plouise Badda Black and put it in my waterline. And then go in with Lights out of the CYO MUA. Not CYO MUA, the Lights Out of the Stacey Marie Carnival Palette. Just to pick over that black. Then I'm going in with little tiny pencil brushes. So one is for Reckless. I'm going to put that right up at the waterline. And then go underneath with Inlust with the other pencil brush. And it's okay if it does come down slightly, because I'm going to use a makeup wipe and just wipe around that, and then we're going to go in with the blending brush at the end after we've done our foundation. So for the rest of the lid, I'm taking the Plouise Pink base. It is in the colour Winter Rose, and again, slight tiny bit of that on the back of my hand. And I'm using the Plouise brush for this. So taking a good bit off that, and then I'm just going to line the middle of my lid and then look up. I like to look up and look in all different directions, and then it tells me where to go with it. And then you just pat that in and start doing out your shape with the cut crease. And the more you practice these cut creases, the better that you get at it. So yeah, as I said, just put it in the middle and look up, and then it tells you exactly where to go. And then it is best just to pat it, so you're not shaping it out too much. It's better just let the brush do that, because if you try to shape it out too much yourself, then more than likely you're going to end up messing up. And that is where I go super quiet, because I'm afraid of doing all that work and then it just messing up and yeah, crying a little. So whenever you do have that Plouise base on, now I'm going to go in with those little small pencil brushes again, the exact same ones, and I'm going to take Reckless and just put that at the corner to start making this diamond sort of shape. I'm just patting it in and then slightly buffing it out before we go in to the pink. So again, right in the corner, pat it on. Then slightly blend it out. Going in with a little pink one, which is in Lust, and putting that directly over where you've just blended out the purple. And then with the same pink one, I'm going into a tiny bit of Pep Talk, just putting that over where I've just done the In Lust. And your shape is basically there. All we need to do really is add glitter and we'll be beautiful. So for glitter, I'm using two different glitters. I like to always mix two different glitters whenever I am doing this. So the main glitter will be Peaches and Cream Luxe, and then just for the blending into the dark shades, I'm going to use the Plouise A Sprinkle of Passion. So if you can see it, this is in Lust, and I'm going to put that on first. With glitters, I like to do a T shape, so just put this on at the top and then make it look like a T by going right down the middle of your lid. And without adding any extra glitter, I'm just going to gently pull that out towards the dark eyeshadows. And then just to make it look a bit more blended, you don't have to do this bit, but I just like to do it. I'm going to use that Plouise pink glitter. And this is it. Looks very pink in there, but it's nice. It's literally the tiniest little bit, and any excess, just putting that off. And then just using it to blend out. Yeah. Now, taking the little pencil brush for the Reckless, I'm going to just line my lids with that because I like that colour instead of having to do eyeliner. I'm just going to line out my lids using that. I think it just ties in the look perfectly. And then going back to my lashes because they should be all nice and dry now. Sticking them on. And this glue does dry clear, so it's fine if you mess up slightly. I do have to use a little mirror for this because I can barely see. I have my contacts in, but still it's quite hard trying to do makeup with no mirror right in front of you. And with the lashes, I like to just pinch them, make sure they're definitely on. And then I'll come back to the eyes at the end, put on a wee tiny bit of mascara and fix everything else up there. I'm just going to wipe around that before I start anything else. Let that dry a little. Okay, so I'm going to cover this spot because it's pretty in our faces. I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette and I'm going to just take this light shade and just cover that up. I do have a video on how I do all my cover up of spots kind of thing. If you want to check that out, I'll link that below too. And I am using a different thing today. I'm using the L'Oreal Paris Glow Mon Amore highlighter and I'm just going to take a slight tiny bit of that just to give my skin a nice glow. And I'm just rubbing that around with my fingers. Yeah, so you can see it does just give it a nice little, ooh, look at me kind of look. And then for foundation, I'm going to use the MAC Studio Fix. It is NW20. I'm just using a wee beauty sponge for that. Yeah, and if you do like these real-time videos, then either that camera just knocked off. So yeah, you can just write to me on Instagram, comment down below, or even just like this video, because if you like it, then, you know, it only takes 2 seconds out of your time, but then you're getting way more videos of real-time makeup tutorials from myself, or, you know, other people might start doing them a wee bit more if they're seeing, you know, people liking them. So yeah, that's just something I wanted to throw out there. It does help me out too, you know. Yeah, so I'm just using this foundation with a beauty blender just to test it out, you know, because I feel like sometimes with this foundation it does, you know, dry really quick or something. So whenever I'm doing it with a brush, it kind of leaves the brush marks and nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Yeah, and to get closer to your eyes, if you look down, gives more eye space. And yeah, you can get closer to your lashes if you look down instead of looking straight on at the mirror. Just tilt your head slightly. Makes it a lot easier. There's one tip for you. Okay, and for concealer under my eyes, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Infallible More Than Concealer. It is in the shade Cashmere. Just put that under my eyes. A little bit on my chin, a little bit on the nose, and some up here. And for a wee bit of cream contour, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Palette again, and it's just in these two shades. So I like to use, let me see if I can find the little brush for me to do cream contour. Yeah, so I like to use the darker shade right in here, right at the hairline, and then this to go around the forehead, and also a tiny bit to blend that in to the dark shade. Then I'm going to use a foundation brush and blend in the contour. Then I'll go on to doing the beauty sponge with my concealer. It's quite hard doing half a face with the concealer and stuff, but yeah, I hope you appreciate my patience. As I said, look down, you get closer to the under eye when you do, and don't worry if you have hit that pink shade, because we're going to go around that with a blending brush again, just to blend that out and make it all beautiful again. And remember, it is makeup, so if you do mess up at all, it's only makeup. You can wipe it off. It's not hurting anyone. You know, it's perfectly fine, because practice does make perfect. I know a lot of people say that, but honestly it does. So yes, for setting the concealer, I'm using the RCMA No Colour powder, and I'm going to just take a small little brush for that. And I already have the powder actually put out from whenever I was doing this side of the face, because it is a little jar, which is sometimes annoying, but it's the best powder I've ever used in my life, and I'm not going to change that. Okay. And just setting the rest of the face with that as well. Just leaving the bits where I've contoured, because I am going to go over with a bronzer for that, which is the CYO Bronzer. It is in the shade Medium, and it's called When the Sun Don't Shine. So I'm going to take a good bit of that and place it right in the corner, right at the hairline again, where I put the darkest shade of the contour. And then anything left there, I'll gently blend out and down the cheek. And then a slight bit round the head too. I do like to pat on my bronzers and then blend them out. I think it just goes a lot nicer on the skin. And I like to put a wee bit of bronzer on my nose too, just to bring the colour back to it, because it has foundation all over it. So just want a little bit of colour there to match in with everything else. Then for a little bit of blusher, I'm using the Collection Soft Glow Blusher. It is to Bashful. And taking a little small brush again and patting that on too, and then blending in to the bronzer. Just bring a bit of colour back to your cheeks. And also, I'm going to go on to a little bit of highlighter, because it is my favourite bit. I'm using the Sub-Zero Mitchell palette, and it is in Blankets because in Blankets has a slight touch of pink to it, I find. So I'm just using a little bit of that, and I'm going to take an even smaller brush to really concentrate that colour on there. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so taking in Blankets and really getting that on there. I love highlighter so much. It just makes me happy. And it's strange because I never used to like highlighter, and I can't even say the word clearly. But yeah, I never used to like highlighter, but now I just, it gives me life. And so I stopped looking so weird. I'm going to go on and do my lips. I have left them to last today. I don't normally do that, but you know, it's a half a face kind of day, so yeah. So I'm going to take the L'Oreal Lip Liner, and it is in the shade 630. I'm just going to line up my lips with that. And then taking the W7 Kiss Ink Matte Kisser Life Proof Lip Colour. That is all the words that are on this bottle. And it is Love You Long Time. It is a nice like matte nude, and I really like it. Not gonna lie though, this does have a strange smell. I don't know if I like the smell or I don't like the smell. It's just strange. If you have tried this, let me know if you like the smell. Like, should I like it? I don't know. And while that dries, I'm gonna go back to the eyelashes and just get those looking flawless. So mascara to blend in my natural lashes to my fake lashes. It is the Volume Million Lashes by, again, L'Oreal, and just blending those in. I always go for 3 for 2 on L'Oreal. That's why I have so much of it, you know. So yeah. Ooh, fix that. Oh, maybe it was just my eyes playing tricks. There was nothing there. Okay, Debbie. Yeah, taking a little blending brush again. Let me see. Taking the little blending brush that I used with the Pep Talk, I'm just going to go around those bottom lashes again and blend that out. I may as well go over this side too while I'm here. Yeah, beautiful. And let me see, is there anything else I would like to do here? Might add a little bit more lights out. This is where I sit and look at it and then just start adding so much more stuff on. But I think that is me done. Might put a little bit of lip gloss on. What I like to do is use the little lip glosses at the bottom of the Rimmel London Provocal lips. Oh, yeah. They're little liquid lipsticks, and they give you the little lip balm at the bottom of it. And honestly, they do really help. They're really, really nice. So I'd like to just put that on over the top of any matte lip that I'm doing recently, just because it is the winter and lips are cutting. Okay, so that is me done with this video. I hope you have enjoyed the real-time Debbie talks. And yeah, if you have, as I said, like the video, let me know if you do like it. if you want me to go back to doing the full speed, you know, speeding everything up kind of thing, or what kind of looks you would like to see, because I need to know some tips from users, what you want to see, and yeah, it'll help me out, help you out. Also, I got my hair done. Yes, did you notice? Yeah, it looks so strange. My hair looks weird. Yeah, I like it. Anyway, I will see you in the next video, and keep on practicing because you will be perfect in no time. Goodbye.